This year, we have the most powerful lineup in the history of the Cosmic Consciousness Conference. Potent, dynamic and passionate facilitators. They're not here to perform. They're here to serve you, to expand your growth, to raise your consciousness. Between them they have centuries of combined mastery, and together at Tambourine Mountain, they're one unified field, all to help raise the frequency of humanity. Light workers, we came here for this. The shift is accelerating. Revelation is peaking. What happens next is in our hands. If there's one thing you do this year to invest in yourself, let this be it.
It's a splinter in your mind.
Yeah.
Is that right, Dad?
Well, mate, they're waking up, but they just don't know why they're waking up. I'm nearly sick watching Hamas are lining them up and killing. You haven't seen Hamas for the last 2 years. Now Hamas just comes out and shoots people.
Yeah, why would they be doing that?
You know, like a fucking Jeff Eddie. You've got to measure it up.
No, he said to me,
They're just examples of what it is.
we don't know whether it's going to fit, the measurements of it.
Well, you measure this up and you go back and they do it to your size. Where we want, and they're around there, and that's it. So write it down. Dale, could you write this down, please?
What do you want me to write down?
From there, you just tell them.
They just go to the, no, we want it further though. We want it to the wall. No, do we want it not to the landscape that goes into the corner of the wall?
No.
Yes.
Yes, you do.
Right into the corner.
No, not right into the corner. Stay there. Come in a bit. A bit more.
Very quick one. I just want to announce that we will not be going to the shrine on 31st and the 1st, as I'd spoken about. Sorry, I haven't done a video for a few weeks. Just been doing family stuff really, and been on the road, but I'm back up Byron now, and so it won't be going ahead, unfortunately. Just a few of us couldn't be there, so sorry. I don't think anyone had made any plans and stuff that was out of state or anything, so yeah, I didn't want to put anyone out, but unfortunately, yes, we won't be going that weekend. We will do it at another date. But if you want to catch up with me or others or whatever, I'll be going to the Remini Folk Festival, which is like the end of year event, and that's I can't remember the day. It's like the 7th or 8th of, it's that weekend of November.
Well, it starts round Griffith, the works on down the south, down to Echuca, following the old stock route.
Well, the weekend after the 1st of November, and I'll be speaking at the Cosmic Consciousness event around the solstice in December, so I'll put them in there. And yeah, I've just been a bit quiet lately, just been an observer. Got a lot to say, but haven't really wanted to say anything. I guess just following the news cycle, it's all kind of been about Israel, and I did a reverse speech on Trump yesterday, which was I think a lot of us have got a better understanding now of reverse speech. It's still kind of seen as a bit of a taboo kind of thing, but it's after we spoke to David Oates, he really breaks it down into a science, and someone that's studied it intently for 40 odd years. He wants it to be a recognised science, and I think it is. Anyway, so yeah, it's very intricate the more and more you get into it, so it was good to be able to expose people to reverse speech that hadn't come across it before, or at least the layers of how much it relates into everything else, and like the hologram, everything is going to be expressed in different ways, but it's all the same thing. So yeah, I guess that's why we haven't done the podcast or anything like that. We've just been doing the conference the last couple of months, so I will do some more videos, but I guess they're going to be inspired by something, if I come across something that I don't think's been mentioned or brought up, that's kind of so I'm not just adding to the noise, because everyone's seen the basics of what's going on now. I think it's it's hitting another precipice at the moment, as far as both censorship in Australia and abroad, and then what is actually going to be the result of this stuff that's been happening with Israel and Palestine, which we haven't seen nothing yet. I don't think it's going to crescendo at a later date, but yeah, it's I'm glad to be back up here in the warm weather. I spent like 3 weeks bitching about how fucking cold it was in Victoria and that I can't be here, and yesterday it was actually unbearably hot for a bit. So it's like, that's what we're like, aren't we? We just whinge. Nothing's ever perfect, and then when it's perfect, it's like you don't appreciate it. So yes, anyway, I'll leave the link for Cosmic Consciousness. If anyone wants to come, I will be there. I think there's a discount in the link if you use my link, and also, yeah, for the Remedy event, if anyone wants to go to that, and I'll leave a link for her discounted products and stuff under there as well. So yeah, apologies about the shrine thing. It is a bit disappointing, but is what it is, I guess. And yeah, we'll see what happens. And yeah, just want to thank everyone that, if anyone watches this, that did the conference with us. It was enjoyable, 9 or 10 weeks or whatever it was. I think we had like a great array of speakers this time. Of course, we had a return guest, but they returned with different presentations every time, or different conversations. So we really appreciate everyone that's come on, and we enjoy that we can give a contribution financially to them as well, for both their work coming on the conference and their work prior. And it was good to have some new people on before. Like, I really enjoyed like Hannah Spear, Matt Presti, and I guess, yeah, David Oates we had on for the first time. Fuck, I need to think who else there was. Yeah, but there was it was good. It was actually in Cindy Roberts. Cindy Roberts fucking blew it away. I really want to reverse speech her. Anyway, I'm rambling on. You'll see me, I guess, when I do another video next. But I'll also leave the video here down to the reverse speech thing. And if I kind of want to get more and more into that, David Oates was actually telling us about the software that he developed, that he uses reverse speech, because I just use fucking iMovie, which is not ideal for it. You can do it, but yeah, so it might be something I'll look into. Is and he actually runs these lengthy courses into becoming like a reverse speech analyst and stuff, and it's he uses it for many reasons, including therapeutics. So you can actually do sessions with him as well. So anyway, I'm going to leave the reverse speech under here that I did for Trump, which was interesting. There's a lot of common things that keep coming up time and time again. Every time I do a reverse on him, he's always speaking about war and no war. And one of the bits I found interesting, he was talking to Miriam Adelson, who Sheldon Adelson died recently. They're obviously the biggest donors to Netanyahu's political party, and they're also the biggest donors to Trump, like in excess of $100 million. And he was like, which do you like more, America or Israel, right? And they're American citizens, or dual citizens. So he said there was kind of a bit of a mockery there, and it's going to be very interesting. I've said for a long time, and I still stand by it, that I think Trump will eventually turn on Israel. And that's not, I'm not saying Trump is or isn't anything, and I fucking hate that I have to say that all the time, but I feel that is where it's going. That's like, I mentioned that in the last video, that's like this atonement with the father, which I think will be Netanyahu. I also kind of think that Netanyahu could be the public suicide that Jason spoke about in his predictions, because he got the first one right about Charlie Kirk. He said there'd be a public assassination of a political figure, and then he said there would be a public suicide. And it just actually fits Netanyahu's mentality, that he's kind of fighting not only for Israel, and it's completely lost the PR war as far as the way that the world sees Israel now, particularly in the West, and particularly with young people. But he's also fighting for his own political existence and his own freedom, as far as him not getting arrested and put in jail, either in Israel itself or internationally. So I could see him being a public suicide. It would fit the archetype of him, that he is this cowardly figure. So anyway, I'll leave it at that. I'll leave the video under here if anyone wants to have a look at it, and I'll also leave the other links. But yes, stay tuned. I'll be back soon. Cheers. All right, been going through doing some of these reverse speeches again. We had David Oates on our conference a few weeks ago, and yeah, just completely blew a lot of people's minds around reverse speech and actually what he would call like the science of reverse speech. So I'm going to do a few more of these, but people should check out David Oates because it's debatable whether it's where this is kind of coming from, but it's not debatable that it's coming from the subconscious. Whether you want to say it's the soul or it's something else, or it's a different aspect, but he was even talking about like different premonitions that come through in reverse. So it's actually coming beyond time and space too, if you look at it that way. But anyway, I'll play a bit of Trump.
Guy's central casting. Let's put him in a movie. Look at him.
Now, I played that because he said central casting, which is fucking just crazy that he said that in Israel.
Great job. And my...
Hear that? Why don't they leave home? He's talking about central casting. I won't go into central casting. I don't want to make it too long, but people would know what that's about.
Of chaos, terror, and ruin that have plagued the region for decades now stand weakened, isolated, and totally defeated.
So I've got they did it, neck. Now there's just about like Charlie Kirk too, and all the stuff's coming out about Israel and Charlie Kirk. Now, it doesn't mean what they're saying is true, but it's saying what the subconscious wants to tell you. Alright, that one's not that good, but listen to some of the others.
A new coalition of proud and responsible nations is emerging, and because of us, the enemies of all civilization are in retreat. Thanks to the bravery and incredible skill of the Israeli Defense Forces and Operation Rising Lion.
Now he says here, near the lake, which I don't understand, but David talks a lot about how they speak in metaphor, and it could be something in the future, who knows. It says near the lakes, so make that what you will.
Mentioned Bibi before, peace through strength, and that's what it's all about.
I've had the last. We've all seen that. Now, I don't want to make this last too long, but I really think Trump is mocking him here, especially if I haven't got the one here, but like he points at Mira Nadelson later on, which is just fucking weird. He like exposes the whole thing around the pledge. Like people know about the pledge that like Cynthia McKinney spoke about 20 years ago, that you have to sign this Israeli pledge. And a lot of it was like that you acknowledge that the Golan Heights is part of Israel and that Jerusalem is the capital, which no one done until Trump. So Trump's kind of given them everything, but he's mocking them as well. I really think he's going to turn on them.
The United States has the greatest and most powerful military in the, right now, history of the world. I can tell you we have weapons that...
Now, there's been a theme he's been talking about for years about these weapons, and you don't know what weapons we've got. And I think ultimately this is going to tie into the UAPs eventually, and they're going to show... It's also, this is how the new technology is going to be exposed. It's going to be exposed through warfare. They're going to release some new technology that will be the only thing to defeat whatever it might be. So anyway, listen to this.
I can tell you we have weapons that nobody's ever dreamt of. I only hope we never have to use them. I revealed
that. I've got from the sinner, assassin. Now this is, that kind of ties in the Charlie Kirk thing. He said assassin, listen again. From this sinner, assassin, right? Now another part is like Charlie was like he was a servant of the church and all that kind of stuff. I won't go into it, I don't want this video too long, but I can talk about that later.
I rebuilt the military. I was proud to do it, but some of the things I hated to do I hated certain of the weapons because the level of power is so enormous, it's so dangerous, so bad.
So bad. Talking about these weapons again. Now, tell me if this is premonition. Who knows? We won't know until later, but I can hear this pretty clear. It says Airbus. It says War Zero. Now, I've done many reverses on Trump. This is a common one that keeps coming up. He always says no war or War Zero. He says Airbus clearly, and then War Zero.
But we have to do what we have to do. We make the best weapons in the world, and we've got a lot of them.
I'll skip this one.
I mean, Bibi would call me so many times, can you get me this weapon, that weapon,
All right, this one's good.
that weapon? Some of them I never heard of, Bibi, and I made them. But we'd get them here, wouldn't we? And they are the best. They are the best.
So he's talking about these weapons that they were using, and then he clearly says here, it's sad they're dying. So this is the subconscious of Trump. And whatever people think of Trump, his reverse speech comes through a lot of the time with empathy, and also that his words actually match what he says in forward speech.
But we'd get them here, wouldn't we? And they are the best. They are the best.
He also says, I know where I am. So he's saying it's sad they're dying, but I know where I am. He's in the Knesset, so he's not going to say it directly, right?
But you used them well. It also takes people that know how to use them. And you obviously used them very well. But so many that Israel became strong and powerful, which ultimately led to peace. That's what led to peace.
Now listen to this one. Warfare no more. You'll see. They love me. So he's saying, like, the crowd, the Jews or the Israelis in the Knesset saying, warfare no more, you'll see, they love me. I think he's going to turn on them. He's almost like laughing and mocking that they love him. This is just my thoughts, but who knows? No warfare no more. You'll see. They love me. I think they're pretty clear, those ones. All right, I'll leave it at
Better place in the street you've ever seen.
Millions of years of people have just had enough. They don't know why. They just don't want it to be the way it is now.
It's a splinter in your mind.
Yeah.
Is that right, Dad?
Well, mate, they're waking up, but they just don't know why they're waking up.
Well, people are waking up to the economy, I think, a bit.
Oh,
See them all queuing up in Sydney to get gold?
oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, but did you see? A third of them, or no, half of them are Asians.
Are they?
And that's all to do with monetary value.
Well, the thing is, the Asians have got a lot of money, and they like hoarding it. They're like the Jews of Asia.
Yeah. They're not awake, though. They're robots. They just think from the monetary point of view.
I don't think necessarily Asians. I think more Chinese.
Well, Chinese. Yeah. Yes, you are correct.
Than generalising the same Asians.
Yeah. When I was down to ABC Bullion and I was going to Gold Stackers in Melbourne, they were all Asians, getting their $5 grand and buying the gold.
Were they? Well, you know that Danny Rance guy I listened to, Dad?
Yeah.
He reckons because no one goes to clubs and stuff anymore, they make all their money from private parties.
No.
And he said in the early 2000s, they wouldn't let people in because they were Asian, because they were having a lot of problem with the Asian gangs.
Yeah.
But do you know what he said now? He goes, who do you reckon, where do we make most of our money?
Pretty Asian.
He said, based on ethnicity, Asian nights make the most money. And he said especially the Chinese and Koreans.
Yeah.
Because he said they fucking throw money around, they'll buy the most expensive shit. And then he said after that, the next one is the Balkan nights.
Yeah.
It's like the Serbs and the Croats when they have their nights. And he said the Aussies are the cheapest
Yeah, cheap.
because they drink beer.
Yeah.
But he said it's not a cultural thing, whereas the Serbs and that they'll buy all this fucking shit. But he reckons the Asians are number one.
Shrewd. They're very shrewd.
So what's happening next, Dad? Wano said Silver's gonna do 7X. 7X.
Well, he'd know. He's the man who's fucking manipulating the system.
In his Maserati.
Fucking arsehole.
Fucking us.
You know, like, you've got to, you know, look, I know it's all a game, I know it's a facade, but there's Trump getting up and rubbing everybody's nose in it, the awakened people going, oh, BB, we made a great, yeah, we didn't muck around, and I went to BB and said, what do you want, BB? What do you want? And he goes, what do you want, the missiles, you want this? And I gave him what he wanted. Yeah, and it was great. And I said, you fucking asshole. There's people who died, been blown up.
No, but he said he had a chat with Putin today, and he wanted to commend Melania's work with the children and all that. I'm like, how many kids died in Gaza?
Melania's children with the, Ukraine. That's what I put down. I said, oh, what a wonderful woman Melania is. And, oh, that's right. She only cares about white children, not brown children.
No, well, I don't necessarily, but I think...
No, she's mind control.
No, but did you see Sheldon Anderson's wife,
Oh,
Miriam?
Miriam.
He called her out and he's like...
Oh, Miriam.
And he goes, they used to always come in the White House, and he goes, we wouldn't even invite them in, they'd just come in. And then he said, who do you love more, America or Israel, Miriam? And he goes, I don't know, but I think it's probably Israel. So I reckon he's mocking him like that a bit, Dad.
No, but he was sticking up for him at the end after it. I know what you're trying to say.
No, because, they gave him $100 million when he ran in 2016. And apparently Alderson's kids only fought for the IDF.
Right. Mate, it's not just them, those cunts. His fucking son-in-law's a cunt. Kushner.
Oh, actually, did you see they indicted Bolton now?
Oh, Johnny Bolton. Is Johnny Bolton really alive or is he not? Who knows?
No, they've got indictments on the Clintons, Comey. Nothing will come of it.
No, of course. Well, what's the point?
And, I think it's more just, it's fucking dripping the public, I think. But I think you watch, they'll get Brennan next, Dad.
What about Comey?
But you know why they'll get Brennan? Because they're not exposing Israel, they're going to expose the Muslim Brotherhood. And Brennan was the CIA man in Saudi. He's the one that gave the hijackers at 9/11 their visas, and he's the one who created Obama. He gave Obama his identity. But that's why I think, and that's all the Q posts in that show that Obama, it's all about Obama and the Muslim Brotherhood. So that means, what does that say? They're going to attack somewhere in America, and it's going to be in connection with the Muslim Brotherhood, Iran, Hezbollah. And now, did you see Albo said Australia may be bringing in 2,000 Gazans.
Yeah.
So they're going to bring them in, and there's going to be a terror attack. And at the other one,
I'm nearly sick watching Hamas are lining them up and killing. You haven't seen Hamas for the last 2 years. Now Hamas just comes out and shoots people.
Yeah, why would they be doing that?
You know, like you're fucking deaf, Eddie.
It's like
Ah.
No, but you see the other one, Dad, in Bendigo? The Bendigo Mosque is just about to open, and now they're doing military drills, exercises in Bendigo this week. Have you seen that?
No, but
So I think Bendigo could be a target when they do the sleeper cell thing. If it no,
yeah, I don't doubt nothing. Don't doubt nothing. Bendigo Bank shares are down a little bit.
have you still got Bendigo Bank shares?
No, sorry.
What is-
XRP $3.64.
It's the fucking. It was 4.20 last week.
Want to measure the thing or not worry about it?
Well, you're the one who bloody
Yeah, I'm talking to Rolly. Rolly said to me, just be careful of the red 5 years it was too firm. You reckon that one we bought?
Ah,
No, what did you think? Was it firm?
I prefer the other one, but the back of that's good.
Yeah.
But it's too bulky. I don't like the bulkiness of it.
Hey, Mum.
You've only got us which you wouldn't let me get out. We only have a very small area, and you're trying to get a bulky fucking.
Well, do the measurements and see how bulky.
Like, you can't have a real bulky couch there.
Dad, how have you gone from absolutely there'll be no couch to now you're going to have a $10,000
There was a
couch?
there that you could back and your head was right, and that was $2,500. But you didn't want
You need
that.
more than that.
Mum, $10,000 for a couch is too much.
No, I think grand.
Hey, Mum, did you hear Rolly? He said get a soft one. I wouldn't get the hard one if you're going to have it for 20 years.
You reckon that was too firm, that one?
No, that was all right.
I need to test it.
It was $5,500 for just a seat and a chase.
Dad, this couch will see you through to your death. You want to make the right decision.
We won't have any money for fucking retirement. We'll be lying down on a lovely couch, but having no money coming in. It's going to be great. You know, as long as we're comfortable. Yeah, come on.
No, I'm just looking at the measurements where it's telling me.
You're the one who got the instructions. I didn't. You said, yeah, I know, yeah.
What's the measurements on here? It doesn't tell you the measurements.
Mum, how much are you going to spend on a couch? Mum,
Hello, Dale.
how much are you going to spend on a couch?
You don't know yet. We haven't bought one yet.
What's your maximum price?
Probably about $6,000.
I thought you said 10.
Well, we don't know yet. It might be 10.
I don't know what any of these are.
There's no measurement there, is there?
No. You've got to measure it up.
No, he said to me.
They're just examples of what it is.
We don't know whether it's going to fit the measurements of it.
Well, you measure this up and you go back and they do it to your size. You know, look, measure this, measure that, measure it down to where we want, and they're around there, and that's it. So write it down. Dale, could you write this down, please?
What do you want me to write down?
From there, you just tell them.
They just go to the. No, we want it further. I think we want it to the wall. Now, do we want a modular lamp that goes into the corner of the wall?
No,
Yes.
Yes, you do.
Right into the corner.
No, not right into the corner. Stay there. Come in a bit. Come in a bit. A bit more. There, that there.
3,000 mil. 3,000 mil.
You could probably go a little bit more.
Which is what, 3 meters?
No, 3,000 mil is a liner.
Alright.
That's 3 meters.
Alright, 3 metres.
3 metres. No, that's
3,000 mils,
that's
fucking
not
3.
3 metres.
3,000 mils, 3 meters.
Alright.
You retard.
So where the other one ended? Where did it end? The other one?
Here. Down here.
You need a bigger house.
No, just 3,000 mils. 3,000.
That's what I think.
No, that's too long. That's too long going 3,000 and 3,000. We need to about 2.
Right, that's enough.
East or west, there's sheep on land that's bare. Well, there's water laid on, more to come we think. Yeah, and if you're feeling thirsty, Julio's the place to drink. Down the river die.